Girl, Truly Dram here, and I want to do some more resin. I wasn't gonna videotape this, but I said I'll do it since I'm just sitting here doing nothing. So what I did was add I added the two parts together, and now I'm mixing. As you can see, it's cloudy right now, but I'm gonna mix it until it's clear. And of course, this is that new resin I was telling you guys about. I like it, but like I said, it develops too many bubbles. And of course, it's not clear yet, if you can see. But I'm going to stir this real good and I'm going to come back. Okay, so I stirred it and I'm back. But if you can see, it's clear now. But do you see all those goddamn bubbles? Oh my God, look at all those bubbles. And you like can't let it sit because if you see how thick it is now, it's hard to let it just sit. But I like the way the pieces come out. And so let's get started. Now, I got this in the mail, and they were cute little flowers, and I said, well, I thought they were real when I ordered them, but they're not real flowers. They're made out of some kind of soft material, but I think they're really cute, so I'm just gonna try them out and do a review on them and tell you guys what I thought about them. I'm trying to let it focus. Uh-oh. But they're like really soft. But they're cute. So let's get started. Now I'm going to use, let me move this out the way. I'm going to use my new mold that I got from Michael's. Of course, you see it's shiny. And I'm going to use this one. So I can't wait too long for this to pop the bubbles, like I told you guys, because it sets up fairly quick. That's a good thing, you know. Excuse my little workstation. It's a mess. But that's a good thing in some sense because you don't have to wait that long to demold it. And I am very impatient when it comes to waiting to demold it. So what I do is I just take a little bit like this. Uh-oh. Hold on. I'm using my tripod. And it snapped out. Okay, that's better. So I just take a little bit on here. And I just go in there like this. Because sometimes that brings the bubbles to the surface quicker when you drizzle it like that. And I don't fill it up all the way. But you can even see the bubbles on the spoon, this this popsicle stick. Look at that. But I get them all out. You don't normally see air bubbles in my pieces a lot of times. But sometimes you do. Okay, and what you do is, I normally have on gloves because it's good to do gloves and use gloves. But I don't have on any today. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you guys how you pop your bubbles. Alrighty. You see all those bubbles? Do you see all those bubbles? That's why I said you're going to have to keep watching it because the other bubbles that's underneath will come to the surface and they'll pop. And then you just set the lighter to them again. I love the lighter effect. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they're popping. Look at all these bubbles. And the lighter don't take long. And like I said, I don't like the blowing. Okay, So how you want to do your flower is you lay it face down. So this is the back and this is the front. So what I do is I lay it face down. On the top. Of course it turned over. But that is an easy fix. Hold on, I'm getting my stick. Take your stick and you just turn it over. No problem. And then I turn it over and I push it down. All the way down. Because like I said, when you push it all the way down, it bring the bubbles that's up underneath it up. And I'll make these out of a pair of earrings. So I'm going to do it again. If you can see how the bubbles is coming back up to the surface, which is a good thing. But once it heats up, sometimes it pops some of them. And sometimes, you know, I go back and see them and pop them before they pop. So let me show you again. If you can see all the bubbles, that's right there. Now watch. It's cool, isn't it? That's a big bubble that just came up. And just keep pushing it down. So with the amazing one, you don't have to, it doesn't have a lot of bubbles in it, so you don't have to keep doing that. But that's the difference between them two. Okay, let's see. So I told you guys I would show you how to put rhinestones on. Okay, you guys, and so I'm going to show you how to achieve the rhinestones, because I know I was getting asked, you know, how to do that. And like what I do is I dip a little bit in here. I do it normally when I'm doming, but I don't have to dome this, but it is matted and you know I want to see it. So when it's matted, all you need is a little bit, because this is a flat surface already. So you just take a little bit and then you just spread it out on each edge. And this is a little bit. So it won't run over or anything like that. You don't have to worry about that. So I just spread it everywhere on each corner. And as you can see, it was matted and now it's shiny. So, and this is resin. So what I do is when it's like that, excuse my hand, I take my Swarovski crystals and I dip a little bit on there. And then I take them, I take one, and then I place them the way I want. And they'll stick because the resin is still wet. So it's really a good idea for you to do this while the resin is still wet. But yeah, and that's how I put on my rhinestones. Well, they're crystals. They're the simulated crystals. I order these off of Amazon, as you know, and that's how I do it. Okay, I'm getting a little drizzle. But yeah, you guys, if you like my videos, like, share, and subscribe. As you can see, I was getting a little drizzle. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to see anything else, just let me know. I see I missed a part right here. There you go. You want to get it all over. I missed the spot right there, if you can see. I missed the spot here. So yeah. But anybody could do resin. You can put whatever you want inside of resin. This is a cool little project to do with your kids, or just to do with anybody, because it's fun and the outcome of what you get is fun. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to keep filling up different resin pieces, and then I'll make a part two to this, which is the molding. But I have another tip for you guys. I was using real flowers, and this is what you get when you use real flowers. They die inside of your piece, as in, I'm not real flowers, as in not ordering real flowers that's been smashed and not smashed, but pressed. They're called pressed flowers. So this is a pressed flower that I ordered, and this is one I got out of my front yard. Do you see the difference? It loses its color when it's not pressed and dried out. Besides you pressing and drying them out, I can't press and dry